In January 1945, the jungles and mangrove swamps of Ramree Island became the battleground for a decisive amphibious assault by the British-led 26th Indian Infantry Division during the Burma Campaign. This operation, known as Operation Matador, would not only test the resolve of Allied forces, but would also shape the future of military engagements in the Pacific. Operation Matador commenced on January 14, 1945, as Allied forces prepared to capture Ramree Island, strategically positioned to provide air support for further advances against Japanese positions in Burma. By January 21st, British and Commonwealth forces, including Royal Marines from the 3 Commando Brigade and naval support from HMS Queen Elizabeth and HMS Amir, executed the main landings. The Japanese garrison, comprising the 2 battalion of the 121st Infantry Regiment, bolstered by artillery and engineering units, totaled several hundred troops, entrenched within the island's challenging terrain. As the landings commenced, the 26th Indian Division faced immediate resistance from well-prepared Japanese positions, which included artillery fire aimed at the beaches. However, the overwhelming firepower of the Allies, combined with effective naval bombardment and air cover from multiple RAF air groups, would prove decisive. By the afternoon of January 21st, the beachhead was secured, allowing the infantry to push inland despite the treacherous landscape. Throughout the assault, the Japanese forces found themselves increasingly constrained by the environment, their movements hindered by the dense mangrove swamps and rugged terrain. Reports soon emerged of heavy Japanese casualties as troops were trapped and decimated by the combined arms tactics employed by Allied forces. However, modern historians have since disputed many aspects of these accounts, suggesting that while the battle was fierce, the narratives often magnified the scale of suffering in the swamps. By February 22, 1945, Ramree Island was fully under Allied control. This strategic victory not only paved the way for further Allied offensives in the region, but also demonstrated the effectiveness of combined amphibious operations against well-armed adversaries. The operation highlighted the importance of adaptability and cooperation among different military branches, setting a precedent for future joint operations in the Pacific theater. Operation Matador remains a significant chapter in the history of World War II, illustrating the challenges faced in combat at the intersection of land and sea and the human costs of warfare in the brutal jungles of Southeast Asia.